All right, there's no time like the present. I'm gonna get into a little flow here once I take my pantaloons off. This is a class that I taught this morning in Montauk that I'm transforming onto the mat. I just got home from work and I was gonna make breakfast and do all the things, and then I just realized that in order to get something done, you have to do it. So this is what I'm doing. We're here. We're right here, right now, doing our thing. So we're gonna start lying down on our mat. Coming down onto your mat, bring your hands around your rib cage and just take a nice deep inhalation. As you feel the ribs press up into the hands, and start to exhale through the mouth. Feeling the ribs come together in the center of the body. 2 more just like this, just grounding. Sending intention up through the crown of the head. Feeling this elevation. We made it here. We did what we needed to do to make it onto this mat. Take an exhale. Hugging the belly and tightening through the center core. 1 more. Thanking our body. Exhaling. And starting to flutter those eyes open. So let's start with some bridging. Bend your knees. Bring your heels directly under your knees. We'll press the arms down by our sides and start with an articulation. So we tuck our pelvis as we roll through the spine up into our high bridge, just squeezing the glutes at the top of the room. Let's start to articulate down through the spine, 1 vertebra at a time. Warming up the glutes, the hamstrings, rolling through the spine, just starting to feel the body in this moment. As we roll up, knit the ribs, and roll down. You start to feel the body warm up as you go even slower each time you articulate. And roll down 1 vertebra at a time. Not letting anything that's around us get in our way of making this time for ourselves. Rolling up and down through that spine. Rolling up and down through that spine. Being the change that you want to see, focusing on yourself as you articulate. Let's go for 3 like this in these articulations. Squeeze the glutes together. Slowly release back down for 2. Squeezing glutes together, knitting ribs. Slowly release back down. Now meet at the top on this next one. Stabilizing through the left heel. We send the right leg into tabletop. Straighten out that leg. Sweep the leg down in line with the left thigh. Then sweep the leg up towards the sky. Bring the right leg back down. Stabilize through the left heel. Send the leg in table, then straighten the leg up high. Sweep the leg in line with the right thigh. Sweep the leg up towards the sky. We bend the knee. Bring the leg down. Start to turn on those hamstrings. So leg floats into table, and we straighten the leg. Sweep the leg up. Sweep the leg. Then bend the knee. Bring the heel down. Squaring off those hips. As the knee comes in over the hip, we straighten the leg. Sweep the leg up and down, bending the knee, bringing the leg back onto the floor. Holding strong to whatever you need to in this moment. I'm holding strong, trying to get my DOG to stop what he's doing so I can focus on myself. I promise you, Billy, I will give you attention. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. Knee into chest, leg reaches long. We go for 5 more on each side. Reaching leg long, keeping the hips stable. For 4, Sweeping the leg long, pointing through the toe for 3. Stabilizing through that standing leg for 2. Leg is long, up towards the sky, bend it in. 1 more. Now both knees are bent, we square off our hips, we just march. Right knee in, left knee in. Stabilizing through the standing heel and the standing glute. Ribs are knit, the hips don't rock and sway. If we feel them rock and sway, we decrease the range of motion here, keeping the core tight, keeping the heel heavy. We'll go for 8 like this. We tuck the pelvis under to stay out of the low back area. For 7. Knit the ribs, plug the shoulders down and back. For 6. Hugging the belly in. For 5. Marching the legs, staying focused. For 4. Legs come down, we hold in 3. Plug the shoulders down, press into the palms for 2. Tuck the pelvis under. All in the glutes, all in the hamstrings. Last one. Bring the legs both down. Both heels are down. We pulse the glutes. Tiny pulses. Squeeze the glutes. If we want a little bit more, we come up onto those toes. Turn the hamstrings on. Billy, go to bed. Go to bed. Stay. Go to bed and stay. Tiny pulses. 8, 7. Tuck the pelvis under. Knit the ribs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels come down. Articulate through the spine. Bring the knees in towards your chest. The knees come in towards your chest. Straighten out those legs. We'll get into some abs. Oh my God, Billy. All right. Starting with the legs in tabletop. The head and the neck are down, supine style. The arms are down by your sides. So the knees are directly over your hips. Press the arms down at that angle. Press into the palms and the triceps. Plug the shoulders down and back. Take an inhale to prepare. On your exhale, we lift the tailbone 1/2 inch off the mat. Bring the tailbone back down. Knees come directly over hips. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift for a reverse ab curl. Turning on the low belly as we lift. So similar to that first bridging series when we were articulating through the spine, find this articulation here through the lower back and middle back as we lift the legs up. We'll go for 8, plugging the shoulders back and down for 7. Try to go nice and slow as you roll down for 6. Shoulders away from ears. Press into the hands for 5. For 4. Low belly lights up for 3. Exhale to reach for 2. Reaching the legs high on this last one. Then bring the knees open, heels together, toes apart. Hands come behind your head. We start with an ab curl, float the left leg out, then bend the knee in. Float the right leg out, then bend the knee in. Each time the leg comes in, send the head down. Each time the leg presses out, curl the head up. Feeling the sides of the body turn on. We'll go for 5 on each side. Shoulder blades curl up 1 inch higher for 4. Bringing the heels back together to touch for 3. Hug the belly in for 2. One more on each side. Press out, bend in, press out, bend in. Now hold it high, press both legs out, bend both knees in for 8, out and in for 7, out and in for 6, out and in for 5, curl 1 inch higher for 4, reach the arms long for 3, like you're pushing someone away with the low abs for 2, hold it long on 1, point the toes, right leg up towards the sky, left leg down, tiny pulse, in, switch, in, curl 1 inch higher, switch, in, hugging the knee in towards the torso, in, for 6. Can we get the shoulder blades 1 inch higher, soften the neck for 5. In for 4, for 3, for 2, on 1, hold the legs to the sky, bring the hands behind the head, we lower and lift for 8, lower and lift for 7, squeeze the inner thighs for 6, hug the belly in for 5, breathe for 4, no arch in the back for 3, lower lift for 2, hold low on 1, tiny heel taps, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees bend in. Head comes down, roll out the hips. Relax. Now that Billy woke us up, let's finish with some arms. So let's come into a little quadruped position. So let's start on our hands and our knees, a little quadruped position. Find your neutral spine. Let's just start by coming down on the forearms, then walking up on the palms. I want us to find that neutral spine. Try to stay neutral with the pelvis as well. And just start to turn on those arms, plug the shoulders back into the sockets. Really, you got a lot to say today. Starting to feel the shoulders puff up towards the sky as we walk up and down on these palms. This starts to get juicy, I promise. Just keep those hips over your knees. Keep pressing up and down through those palms. Pressing down through the forearms as you come down on those palms. Pressing up through the palms. Pressing down on the forearms. I feel like it's better when the palms are facing inward. So turn on the back of the arms here. See, you don't need weights, all right? You can use your own body weight for anything. You can use your own body for anything. This is me giving myself a pep talk because we tend to be our own worst enemies when it comes to what we can and can't do, things that hold us back. And the more I just start to show up for myself, the more I realize I have the answer. So let's go for 8 like this. Yeah, we're doing 20 reps for 7. Breathing for 6. Keep the shoulders square, hips and pelvis square for 5. Feel those forearms press into the mat for 4. Light up the shoulders for 3. Light up the shoulders for 2. Meet me on all 10 fingers on 1. So we're on all 10 fingers. We walk the knees back for a plank position. The hands are narrow, fingertips are long. We start to bend at those elbows. Exhale, press. Inhale, bend at the elbows. Exhale, press. Now if that's too much, keep the hips over the knees. Do it this way. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press. Let's go for 8. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press for 7. Roll the shoulders down and back. Bend. Press for 6. No arch in your back. Bend. Press for 5. We hold and pulse in 4. Bend. Press for 3. Press through the palms. Bend. Press for 2. Press through the palms. Bend. Press. Now hold on 1. Neck is long. Tiny pulses. 8. 7. We walk onto our toes in 6. Breathe for 5. Pulse for 4. Shoulders back and down. 3. Breathe. 2. Press all the way up on 1. Meet me on your toes. Let's finish off strong. Right hand to left shoulder. Left hand to right shoulder. Let's do this thing. Tuck the hips under, hug the belly in. Try not to let those hips sway like me. Touch the shoulder. This is too much on the wrists. Come down to the forearms, hold that plank. Hug the belly in. Let's go for 5. 4. 3. My hips are rocking. Tuck the hips under for 2. Now hold on 1. We walk onto the forearms. We lift up onto the palms. This is it. Let's fucking go. 8. Try to keep those hips stable. Squeeze the inner thigh, squeeze the heels. 7. Sometimes the form isn't there, but the passion is, okay? 6. Hug the belly in for 5. This is where we finish. Let's fucking go for 4. For 3. This is it. It's 2, Kimmy. 2. Hold it low on 1. Pulse back and forward. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Squeeze the heels, squeeze the inner thighs. 3. Tuck the belly under. 2. And 1. Oh my God. Stretch it out. Nice and long. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hands come onto the right side. Feel this nice deep stretch. We come back through center. Hands on the left side. Feel this nice deep stretch. Walk your hands back up to your knees. Fix your shirt if you need to. Throw your hair back. Come to lying down on the mat. Ground down into your body. Ground down into your mind. All you need is 10 minutes. All you need is 15 minutes. One hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. You can take time for yourself. You have control. You have a willing and able body and mind that sometimes tries to deceive you, but more often than not is your best friend. So treat it kind, treat it with compassion, and keep showing up for it. Bring the hands together. Bring those palms over your third eye. Smile with your teeth. Happy fucking Friday. Let's go.